Okay, NAMFREL just declined their accreditation. Does this affect PPCRV in any way? Because it leaves you now as the only citizen arm, kumbaga, in the voting and the counting.
I think it affects the country in the sense that the random manual audit is a very important task. And, but does it affect the PPCRV? In a way, it does not, because we have been preparing for the 3 mandates that we had applied for.
With or without NAMFREL?
With or without NAMFREL, that is voters education, poll watching, and the unofficial parallel count at the command center. So that is what we have been preparing for months. And the NAMFREL news actually saddened me, because I know that they have been preparing for it, and I was for months, and we were taken aback by the decision.
Where do you think the crucial work will take place, during the voting or during the counting?
No, I would say that even before the voting, because as you know, traditionally, prior to the elections on May 12, nagagapangan ng mga politiko, hindi po ba? And that is where they would go from house to house, go to barangays and say to the barangay chiefs, are you? So that is where some of the vote buying happen. It happens before the election, on the eve of the election day itself. So that's crucial. Will people actually succumb to vote buying? Will they vote using their conscience? Will they actually listen to what the issues are telling them and decide in favor of issues rather than personalities?
And your role in that would be what?
Our role in that
is voter education.
It's very crucial, and we have been doing that. I mentioned to Ed and to Robbie before that in our voters education campaign, we have some parameters. Maging mapanuri ang mga botante, they have to look at the karakter, kakayahan, katapatan. But then again, voters education should not happen like months before an election. It should actually happen years before election. There's a lot of things that need to be, that Filipinos should reflect on. Do we have a culture of accepting vote buying, accepting the norm of guns, goons, and gold?
Oh, I hope it's not culture.
Or
Is
the
there
norm.
no?
Or the norm.
No, that's not, hopefully.
But the fact is that NAMFREL is rejecting what's the word for that? It's rejecting the accreditation being offered by COMELEC. Now, I understand that that should not affect the PPCRB, but how does it affect the credibility of the elections? Especially given the fact that in the last election, there have been questions about the believability and reliability of automation.
Yes.
And now you have a major citizens arm saying that we don't want to take part in it. How does that affect the credibility?
I think COMELEC will have plans. I am very sure that they would be having some backup plans on how to conduct the random manual audit. There are a lot of groups which I believe are capable of doing that. You have PICPA, you have accounting groups. They're going to be willing to help the country. I mean, this is when they can stand up and say, okay, I want to contribute to increase the credibility of the elections. We want to contribute to ensure that we can close the loop, because the random manual audit will be closing the loop of the whole election process itself. We have less than a week to prepare for the elections, but the Commission on Elections, being the government institution that is managing the elections process, I would understand and I would trust that they have a plan B.